Hey, we're going to talk about settings today, okay? So we've talked about setting before in the past, but today we're going to talk about how settings can change, okay? So a setting can change from place to place, okay? So I want to think about the story that we read before in class, Going on a Bear Hunt, okay? When we read that story, we went through so many different settings, right? We went through the grass, we went through the mud. Our settings changed throughout the story, okay? So this little picture talks about the place the character travels, right? So our characters in the story in the bear hunt, they traveled to different places, okay? Also, our settings can change with the time, okay? So the characters get older or it gets later in the day, okay? So that's how it can change with time. So maybe at the beginning of the story, it's morning time. And then in the middle of the story, it's lunchtime. And then at the end of the story, it's nighttime. So those settings have changed because the time has changed, right? So in the morning, it's usually the sun's just coming up, right? Lunchtime, the sun is all the way up in the air, it's bright outside, and then at night, it's dark outside, okay? So our settings can change with time as well, okay? And the last thing is the environment, okay? So the weather, okay? Our settings can change by it being sunny outside, by it snowing, by it raining. All of those things can make our settings change, right? Because we could have a really rainy setting, and then in the next part of the story, it could be super sunny outside, okay? And then also seasonal changes. So we've read some books in class and we'll continue to read some more books in class about how our settings can change by the seasons, okay? So our 4 seasons are fall, winter, spring, and summer, okay? So our settings can change based on those seasons, right? A story might start in the fall, but maybe the story ends when it's winter and it's snowy outside, okay? All right. So what you're going to do for your reading lesson today is you are going to go ahead and you're going to listen to the story If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Some of you may have heard this story before, right? It's very good, okay? But I want you to think about as you read the story how the setting changes, okay? So listen to the story. You're going to press play and listen to the story, and you're going to think about how the setting changes in the story, okay? The last part for your reading lesson is you are going to type in here the 3 places that the mouse goes in the story, okay? The 3 different settings, okay? So you're just going to click on this box and you're going to type in here the first place that the mouse goes, the second place that the mouse goes, and the third place that the mouse goes. Because in this story, our settings change, okay? So pay attention when you're listening to the story where those different places are that the mouse is, okay? Where all does he go? All right? Okay, guys, have fun.